Right now, your gut bacteria are running on empty. And since they've got nothing left to feed on, they've turned on you. This isn't a figure of speech, it's actual biology. When you deprive your inner ecosystem of the conditions it needs, those trillions of microbes quit breaking down your meals and start chewing through the protective barrier of your own intestinal walls. This internal self-consumption is the silent driver behind the foggy thinking you can't escape, the persistent bloating that wrecks how your clothes fit, and the relentless exhaustion that turns 3 p.m. into a wall. In this video, I'm walking you through 5 science-supported natural strategies to clear out harmful microbes, restore your gut barrier, and finally switch your internal cleanup crew back on so you can recover a level of vitality and mental sharpness you haven't experienced in ages. Let's start with a process the wellness world almost completely overlooks. Yet it's possibly the most powerful cleaning tool you've got. It's called the migrating motor complex, or MMC. To grasp why this is essential, we need to clear up a common misunderstanding about digestion. Most people picture the gut as one long conveyor. Food goes in, food gets pushed out. But the small intestine actually operates in 2 separate gears: feeding mode and clearing mode. While you're eating, your gut focuses on blending and pulling out nutrients. Real cleaning can't occur during that stretch. Real cleaning only kicks off once the last bits of food have moved through. That's where the MMC steps in. Picture it as your built-in street sweeper. It's a strong wave of contractions that rolls through your small intestine. Its mission is to push leftover food particles and cell waste down into the colon where they're meant to go. But here's the key catch. The sweeper only shows up when the street is clear. Your stomach needs to stay empty for about 90 minutes to 2 hours before the cycle even kicks in. Once it begins, the full sweep takes roughly another 90 minutes. If you eat anything, even a few nuts or some so-called detox drink, the second calories hit your stomach, the sweep shuts down instantly. In today's world, we snack nonstop. Breakfast, a mid-morning bite, lunch, a sugary latte, dinner, then something late at night. Because we never pause, the cleanup crew never clocks in. The consequences are serious. When the sweeper stays parked, bacteria get to linger in the small intestine. That triggers fermentation, swelling, and a condition known as SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Basically, the garbage stacks up because nobody's emptying it. The solution isn't a supplement, it's making room. Studies indicate that leaving 4 to 5 hours between meals with no snacking gives this wave time to finish its full pass. It's about restraint. When your stomach growls and you're not actually starving, that's not always a hunger signal. Often that rumble is the sweeper at work. By just shutting the kitchen between meals, you let the system fix itself. Second, the garden inside you. Once we accept that the system needs downtime, we have to focus on who's living there. We're home to trillions of bacteria. For ages, we treated them as invaders. Now we know they're closer to garden soil. Bare soil grows nothing. Rich soil supports thriving plants. The mistake most folks make is trying to repair their gut with a generic probiotic pill. That rarely works because it's like tossing seeds onto pavement. Without the right setting, they can't take root. The best way to enrich this terrain is variety. There's a fascinating study where scientists swapped diets between rural South Africans and African Americans. The rural diet was fiber-heavy and low in fat. The American one was the reverse. In just 2 weeks, the Americans eating the fiber-rich rural diet showed a sharp drop in inflammation. Why? Because fiber is what good bacteria feed on. When you consume plant fibers, they reach the colon where helpful microbes ferment them. That process produces remarkable compounds that calm inflammation and patch up the gut barrier. But here's the twist. Different microbes eat different things. Some thrive on onion fiber, others want walnut fiber, others need what's in raspberries. The American Gut Project, a huge study, discovered that the single best marker of a healthy gut was the count of different plant species eaten. The sweet spot turned out to be 30 distinct plants weekly. That sounds like a lot, but it counts herbs, spices, nuts, seeds, and fruit. It's about how wide your diet is, not just how much. If you crush a giant bowl of broccoli every day, you're only feeding the broccoli-loving microbes. But if you mix in some broccoli plus carrots, pumpkin seeds, cilantro, and black beans, you're nourishing a varied ecosystem. By broadening your plant intake, you grow a tough garden that pushes out the weeds, the bad bacteria. Now onto mechanism 3, gut timing. We obsess over what we eat, but when we eat carries equal weight. Just like your brain runs on a sleep-wake clock, your digestion runs on its own beat. People assume digestion operates at one speed around the clock. It doesn't. Clinical data shows your body handles food significantly better earlier in the day. Your insulin response and digestive enzymes peak during morning and afternoon hours, then taper off hard after sundown. Picture a factory schedule. The day team is fully staffed and humming. The night team is a skeleton crew. When you load a heavy dinner at 9 p.m., you're piling work onto a crew that's already left. Because your body works less efficiently at night, food lingers in the stomach longer. Blood sugar stays high longer too, pushing more fat storage and inflammation. On top of that, digesting takes serious energy. If your body's busy processing a late dinner, it can't pour energy into deep sleep or repair. There's also a striking link between gut microbes and sleep. Certain bacteria help generate sleep-regulating compounds like serotonin and melatonin. Eating late throws off their rhythm, which throws off your sleep. A nasty loop forms. Bad sleep drives sugar cravings. Cravings hurt gut health. Poor gut health worsens sleep. To break it, look into time-restricted eating. It's not about starving, it's about giving your metabolism a break. Try keeping your eating window to 10 or 12 hours. For instance, eating only between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. That one shift syncs your food intake with your body's active period. It lets the gut lining rebuild overnight without digestion getting in the way. It tells your body it's time to repair, not process. 4. The on/off switch. Mechanism 4 moves away from food and looks at the system's wiring. You can have the perfect varied diet and properly spaced meals, but if this one wire is damaged, digestion stalls. We're talking about the vagus nerve. Your gut and brain link directly through it. It's a 2-lane highway, but the direction of traffic depends on your stress. Your nervous system runs in 2 main modes: fight or flight, stress, and rest and digest, calm. You can't do both at once. Biologically, if you're sprinting from a tiger, or more realistically, freaking out over an email, your body reads danger. In response, it pulls blood from the gut and pushes it to your muscles for escape. Digestion becomes a side project. Survival wins. So if you eat while anxious, racing to a meeting, or doom scrolling, you're basically eating with the power off. Stomach acid drops, gut movement slows. That stagnation lets food sit and ferment instead of digesting. Hello, gas and bloating. We have to recognize digestion starts in the brain, not the mouth. We need to flip the rest and digest switch on before eating. The longest living populations treat meals as a slow, relaxed event. That's not just custom, it's biology. A simple hack is your breath. Before your first bite, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Make the exhale longer than the inhale. That directly stimulates the vagus nerve. It signals your brain that you're safe. The brain then powers digestion back up. Takes 30 seconds, but it transforms how that meal lands. 5th, here we look at what we're unknowingly piling on that wrecks our progress. We tend to focus on additions. More greens, more water, more pills. But in biology, taking away often beats adding. We're regularly exposing our guts to chemicals that work like bombs on our microbiome. I'm talking specifically about the overuse of unneeded antibiotics and environmental toxins like pesticides. Antibiotics rescue lives. In emergencies, they're miracles. But when we reach for them at every minor sniffle or absorb them passively through conventional meats, They behave like a forest fire. They torch the bad bacteria, but they also burn down the healthy forest. Microbiome diversity can take months to bounce back. And it's not only medications, it's the constant low-level exposure to pesticides on produce. Many crops get sprayed with compounds engineered to kill weeds and insects. When we eat those residues, they can hit our gut microbes similarly. We're basically swallowing tiny doses of herbicide that scramble our inner garden. We should also think about water. Tap water is usually chlorinated to keep pipes bacteria-free. Great for safety, but if you sip chlorinated water all day, you're feeding yourself a mild antibiotic nonstop. The strategy here is defense. Pick organic for the dirty dozen. The fruits and veggies that soak up the most spray, like strawberries, spinach, and grapes. Get a basic filter for your drinking water to pull chlorine. It's about ending the daily chemical assault so the other 4 strategies can actually function. That brings us to a unified view of gut health. Think of your body as a house. You can't keep it clean if you're constantly dragging mud inside, if you never let the cleaners work, and if the wiring keeps shorting out. To truly fix the system, we don't need a detox tea. We need to respect the user manual. Respect the cleanup crew. Space meals 4 to 5 hours apart to let the sweeper run. Enrich the soil. Eat a wide range of 30-plus plants weekly to fuel a healthy garden. Sync with the clock. Quit eating late so the night shift can repair. Fix the wiring. Breathe and relax before meals to switch digestion on. Block the assault. Filter your water and rinse your produce to cut the toxic load. The amazing thing about the gut is how forgiving it is. The cells of your lining renew themselves every few days. Most folks wait for a diagnosis before taking this seriously. They wait until the bloating gets unbearable or the fatigue feels permanent. But the real power lies in prevention. It lives in the quiet daily moves nobody notices. It's choosing to wait that extra hour before eating, picking variety over convenience, taking a deep breath before lunch. These tiny habits build the kind of resilience that lets you age not just with more years, but with years that feel worth living. If this breakdown helped you and you want to go deeper on how these systems tie into your overall health, hit subscribe. There's plenty more ground to cover. Drop a comment letting me know which of these 5 mechanisms is your weakest right now. Tell me, and I'll catch you in the next one.